fucking with me. Came a long way to say that, and I won't take it back. Running with the ones who can handle that. Got it. Wanna use me? Don't worry about fucking with me. Don't respect my needs. Don't worry about fucking with me. Came a long way to say that, and I won't take it back. Running with the ones who can handle that. Got it. The beats are so right, cause I got anxiety. I take my time, make them shine, cause you're eyeing me. Life on the line now in history. Everybody flipping what they find, hope you remember me. Brands with the fans make you dance to a motto. In a trance, then advance to creation. No power distillation, passing musical sensation for the people out. Code of personality is over, try a different route. Wanna use me? Don't worry about fucking with me. Don't respect my needs. Don't worry about fucking with me. Came a long way to say that, and I won't take it back. Running with the ones who can handle that. Got it. Wanna use me? Don't worry about fucking with me. Don't respect my needs. Don't worry about fucking with me. Came a long way to say that, and I won't take it back. Running with the ones who can handle that. Got it.
One thing that I'm sure of is that you gotta fit in to survive this madness. Like on a sound count, in a good song, supposing drum speed, then a band to start a song. And a fake, stick it way down, and a pin there down the same predicament. But this time you give up my friend.
What's bitching in the kitchen, man?
Does he know? Is he cooking?
Or crying in the
Anyways,
bedroom all night?
hello everybody. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Hello.
Immediately following D&D today, I took a power nap. Like, I got real fucking tired. Holy shit.
We got a sleepy boy on set.
Yeah, no. I'm just tired all the time now. Such is the pain of living. At any rate,
love living.
let's just go ahead and we're not even gonna like fucking sugarcoat it right now. We're trying to get right into it. Actually, that's right. We do have to make a slight adjustment because somebody, I literally have no idea who, but there is a bastard who has decided to say no, thank you, and now we're back down to 89 followers. So somebody needs to
Oh
correct it.
no.
Oh,
Because
no.
we are only 11 people away from Cat
Only
Boys.
11.
Stop him! Stop remembering to unfollow Twitch accounts that you followed once.
So wait, Orange, could you write that into the form of a hilarious tweet that I can send to other friends who could join us?
Sure, yes.
I'm
You
here.
can find that hilarious
Hold on,
tweet.
I have my dog with me.
By
Remus,
looking downward and going to Big Twitter Mountain.
Orange, I'm here.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for joining. Yeah. Because again, only 11. Like, we're so close. And then if we get another 99 subscribers, I'll play that while also wearing a Catboy maid outfit. Cause I don't know.
I've doing the Germa strap?
I've lost control of my life, and I'll do anything for attention. So let's
My
just
dog-
go ahead and get some. Let's go ahead and get some grub, gamers.
Journal strat?
Let's get this wed now. Is it
My
time?
hands,
It is time.
Oh.
It's time for B to be depressed.
It's time for the rest of us to shut up.
It's
my
true.
hands smell like dog sweat.
And your hands will smell like dog sweat in
In
silence.
silence.
Sorry.
Silence, no.
Oh Jesus
time.
Christ!
that music
That's still
started
loud.
making.
Whoa.
I should probably give a heads up. I think Rindy fell asleep.
Already?
She got like
Holy
barely any sleep.
It's fine.
Alright.
Fine.
Rennie doesn't have any
Okay.
lines coming up as far as I'm aware.
Until she does.
Until she
And then
does.
Kanye will take over. Yeah, I guess she'll take over if that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's see. Let's see, what's something sad really quick? Puppies in the rain. Now,
Oops.
Your grandmother's sadly looking out of a window, waiting for you to come in.
thank you. Alright. Time pressed onward. And then, at long last, you arrived. Oh, splendid. You've finally awoken. I've simply been waiting so long for this moment. Tending to the mansion all by my lonesome, ensuring it was ready for your return, Master, whenever that time may be. When I caught sight of you through the window, my heart fluttered. The time had finally arrived. Oh my, you do not know who I am. Do you not know who you are either? That is quite the predicament. Then how about this? I'm a servant of this mansion, and as such, I'm familiar with the many incidences that have taken place here. I shall show you the history of this house, Master. Let us be off, then. And fear not. I merely entreat you not let go of my hand. Should you hold it tightly, you need not worry about being washed away by the waves of history. No matter what happens, you mustn't let go of my hand. No matter what happens. No matter what you see. Never again. Let go of this hand. That is everything.
I prepared a number of things to say when she was finished with her tale, but I can't manage to put any of them into words. I almost hate myself for thinking it would be so easy. For letting myself hope I could simply pull her back to her old self. Accept whatever had happened to her. Take her hand in mine and that would solve everything. The truth is so much worse than I imagined. So much more harrowing. She was subjected not only to her own terrible fate, but every single one of this house's tragedies. The tales that she told me are things she witnessed with her own eyes. How can I possibly blame her for forgetting me? Or forgetting herself? After so many hundreds of years. No. I should be.
Hey. Why didn't you come for me?
Why couldn't I have returned before she was so far gone?
Why? Why did you show up now?
Giselle.
Because you opened the door to my memories, I now remember everything. But I didn't want to remember. I didn't want to be reminded of all those empty years. Or of the people who passed on, leaving me behind. Of you who refused to show up no matter how much I begged. I'm not the Giselle you knew anymore. I may have my memories, but I cannot go back to that time. My hands are stained with blood, my soul worn thin. The girl who would laugh at the simplest things, who would tell silly jokes and wasn't afraid to speak her mind, doesn't exist anymore. That Giselle is dead. How can you say that I'm the same girl? How can you say that I feel the same way I did? How can you be sure that even now, I still love you? Can you deny the possibility that I no longer yearn for you? But the white-haired girl. Can you deny the possibility that my love for you has transformed into hate?
She brings her hand up towards my throat. Oh. Apologies for that. Shenanigans on my end. She brings her hand up towards my throat, and I make no attempt to move out of her way. When her fingers brush against my skin, they feel as frigid as death itself, far colder than anything I had felt from her thus far. If she were to wrap her hands around my neck, she wouldn't even have to squeeze to stop me from breathing. This is the fork in our road. One word will decide everything. I don't have much time. I have to say something before the cold robs me of my voice. Of course, I'll deny it. While I was floating in the darkness, I heard a voice. Regrettably, it took me far too long to realize that it was your voice crying for help, calling for me. You may have lost hold on your old self, but somewhere deep down you kept calling for me, which is how I found my way here. I refuse to believe that it isn't real. I refuse to stomp on a love that survived for hundreds of years. By all means, hate me. If that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. I don't care if you spit bile at me for the rest of eternity. I will not let go of this hand, because you asked me not to.
I could kill you right now.
If that's what you want, then go right ahead. But I'll fight you with all I've got. Giselle, I've missed you too much to lose you again. I don't care if it makes you despise me. I don't care if you think I'm being inconsiderate. I want to save you.
But I'm not the Giselle you once knew. I'm an abomination. My mind and body are twisted beyond recognition. I'm a disgusting monster. The woman you fell in love with does not exist anymore. So just forget about me. You are the one who should be saved, set free from me.
You look the same to me. Your manner of speaking, your temperament, Your physical appearance may all have changed, but you are still the same Giselle that I love.
You should have never done anything for a foolish girl like me. You gave your life to save mine, and I hated you for that. I never once considered how you felt with those knights pointing their blades at you, or what drove you to allow me to live. I should have, but I didn't. I was the one who trusted the witch. And yet I complained when you never showed up. I unfairly resented you for it. I'm a horribly self-centered person. You would be so much better off with someone pure and unburdened with all this nasty suspicion, doubt, and animosity. You'd be so much happier with someone like her.
Giselle.
You've been paying attention, haven't you? You were there for all the tales I told you. For everything that has happened up to this moment. So you should know just how loathsome a woman I am. Too weak to even keep herself together.
No, Giselle.
I'm nothing compared to her.
Giselle! See? You haven't changed one bit. You still get louder and louder the more you lose your temper. Why do you feel the need to compare yourself to her?
Because she's a better match for you.
Giselle, I want you to listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. I'm so sorry for keeping you waiting. And I want you to believe me when I say that I dearly missed you. From the bottom of my heart, I wanted you back, and that has not changed. Believe me. I love you.
I missed you so much too.
She leaps into my arms, and she's just as cold as ever. Her warmth-deprived body feels like the embodiment of all my mistakes. I wrap my arms around her, and I'm immediately filled with unparalleled relief. Even as she sobs into my chest, her body cold as ice. And then the darkness parts. We are, once more, at the top of the observation tower. It's still shrouded in a miasma of shadows, but we're back in the mansion now. We have emerged from the darkness in her heart. Give me a moment while I silence the cars that appear to be passing by. I'm not sure how that's happening. Okay, let me just close my door too. Okay.
Michelle.
Yes?
I'm sorry.
For what?
I never should have erased you from my memories. Yours are the memories I needed to hold on to the tightest. I was so glad to hear you say you still loved me. Even after learning the truth about me. Thank you so much.
I'm incredibly relieved. As I watched, it felt like you were slipping farther and farther away from me, Giselle. It terrified me. Maybe it makes me a coward or pitiful, but I was truly afraid of you coming to hate me.
Never hate you, Michelle. Ever.
Thank you. We must leave this place.
What?
It would not be wise for us to remain here longer. The air is still thick with darkness.
But the front door won't open. Even if we could get out from somewhere. What would have happened to us? We finally found each other again after so long. I want to share a quiet, modest life with you like before. What if all that disappears when we step outside? After all, we are.
She doesn't finish, but I feel like I know what she was going to say. We're different now. She's stepped far outside the bounds of mortality. And the same could be said of me. I am, the man known as Michelle, is long since dead. The mansion itself does not follow the rules of nature either. As beings no longer in possession of their proper forms, stepping outside of these walls could very well mean the end for us. I can't say what might lie in store, but we must return.
Even though by staying here, we could be together for all time.
I don't imagine that would be a very happy life. There is no sun here, no chirping birds, no trees or breeze to rustle the leaves. If we stay here, the nothingness will eat away at us. We have finally retained our old selves. We need to take action now while we can.
What if I say I want to stay here?
Then I'll drag you out.
It's almost like we've switched places. Back then it was you who wanted to stay. It's also kind of funny hearing you speak favorably of the outside, and especially the sun.
The words, that's all thanks to you, are on my lips. Before I can say them, I find myself hypnotized by her smile. That smile has picked me up so many times. She claims it's her only redeeming feature, but if she didn't have it, my life would have gone in a very different direction. I'm grateful to have gotten that back, too.
We're in the middle of a very, touching reunion, wouldn't you say?
I suppose so, yes.
And you wouldn't say there's a certain way these things usually go?
Huh?
Ugh, you're really going to make me say it. I was, hoping you might, perhaps, kiss me.
What?
What? Oh, seriously, what? Where did all the boldness from a second ago go? What happened to all that momentum you were building?
Yeah, about that. I think that might be more appropriate, later.
Later? How much later?
After we find an exit. We're, in a hurry.
You're just making excuses because you don't want to.
I swear that's not it. Giselle, let's save that one for when things aren't as crazy. I can't relax and enjoy things right now.
What are you, 12?
Oh, hush.
Alright, fine. But you better keep your word, got it?
Promise.
Let's go then. Let's find our way out of the mansion. There, our frozen time should begin moving again. That's hopefully where our future waits.
It will be. No, we'll make it so.
Yes, we will.
If we leave the mansion, it should release our souls as well. And in doing so should finally provide her deliverance. So I mustn't hesitate. To end all of this for both of us. We must start again. This is where we...
What?
Huh. Darkness. It's a blackness purer than anything I've experienced in this house. Not a trace of light anywhere to be found. Why did I ever think the house would let us go so easily? Why did I ever think our time in the darkness was over?
Michelle!
Darkness surges through the open door like a wave, flooding the observation tower. Like ivy growing wildly to cover every last inch of the surface. Consuming, defiling, eroding. Our fingers slip apart, and concentrated rancor rains down upon us.
Ah, how hideous a world this is.
No, Michelle! Please, please. Don't let go of my hand.
Giselle!
Michelle!
I said I would never let her go again. I said I would get her out of this place. I swore I would. But as hard as I try to stretch, I can't reach her hand.
Help, Michelle. I can't move. I can't move my body.
I went out of my way to give you a beautiful tragedy. So why must you so stubbornly insist on this ugliness? The more you struggle, my dears, the thicker and more palpable your filthiness becomes. Ugh, it's sickening. Wouldn't you agree?
She's always spat her bile with a song-like cadence, singing like a little girl, chirping like a morning bird. She celebrates misery, and she watches for the worst possible moment to let her to cackle. Morgana!
I swear you two are hopeless. I pity you. I give you my deepest condolences.
Let go. Let me go. Don't take me away from him.
Giselle! The darkness seeping into her grew thicker by the moment, and its black tendrils weren't just wrapped around her, but me as well. Stop this, Morgana! Let her...
Let her go. Wow, nothing more original? I need a devoted puppet to protect this mansion for me. So I can't give her up. Not even at your request. Besides, Why should I give back something you threw away? Something you abandoned again and again?
What are you talking about?
You still haven't figured it out, my dear. Or are you just feigning ignorance for your own convenience? You always did like to withhold anything that might prove disadvantageous.
Michelle,
Giselle, give me your hand. Reach harder. Reach as hard as you can. Grab my hand.
I can't do it. It's like I'm tied up. I can't move at all.
Gah! She's right there. She's waited so many hundreds of years for me, finally managing to reclaim herself. And she's right there. So why can't my hand go any farther? Why can't I reach her wrist, her hand, or even a strand of her flowing hair? Why can't I get her back again?
Michelle.
Her voice is growing fainter, more distant. The darkness shrouds her, taking her away from me. Her arms, her fingers, the hands she led me with, her smiling face, her once glowing grin, and her now more modest smile. The witch's darkness is stealing every last bit of her.
Michelle. Help.
Stop! Please, don't do this! Take me instead of her! Why? Why does it have to be her? Why her? Morgana!
Why? Because your work is done, my dear. By all accounts, as the new one who resurrected me, you should have become my guide as well. But you let a silly woman emotionally manipulate you and gave up on cursing others. And then you threw away your life. Deluded into thinking you were protecting her.
Morgana!
You already gave up the position once. Don't think you can walk up and ask for it back.
Set Giselle free! I'll do anything you ask. If you need a puppet, I'll be your puppet. If you want more from me, it's yours for the taking. But I can't leave her to remain in this cursed house any longer.
You certainly have let your obsession for this girl take its toll on you. I much prefer the old, pessimistic, cynical Michelle.
It wasn't until I met Giselle that I truly became human. She made me into what I'm supposed to be. I can't lose her again.
Is that so? Well, you'll come to the harsh realization soon enough that everything you saw in her was just a facade.
It was not!
Alright then. If you want her back so badly, you can have her. But in exchange, I want you to entertain me. Will you endure maddening agony for me? Will you know pain enough to make you happy? Will you face despair again and again and again? If you need her that badly, you can bear anything, can't you?
If that is what you want from me, if that will allow her to see the sun once more.
Brilliant.
Wait! Morgana! Morgana!
As you wish, foolish boy. I was looking for a way to keep busy anyway. So I'll use you to kill some time. Find your way to me, my dear. Find your way to me without going mad or succumbing to despair. And do hurry, or she might lose her mind again.
No!
Those memories you forced her to relive, those hundreds of years she spent locked away in her shell, all that fear that ate away at her. It's a bit much to have to reflect on with a clear mind, wouldn't you say?
That's why I need to be there for her. Why I have to get her out of here. That's my obligation to her.
You're the one who let go of her hand, though. You can put a broken cup back together, but the slightest tap in the wrong place will shatter it again.
Morgana! The witch's cackling fades into the distance. My outstretched hand is completely enveloped in the shadows. I can't even make out the faintest outline of it. And I can't tell if I'm sinking, floating, being pushed along some invisible stream, or falling with incredible speed. My eyes are open, but they can detect nothing. The complete lack of sound is almost painful. Nothing, anything, anywhere. Void. My consciousness begins to drift. Vague remnants of the feeling of her hand in mine are my only link to reality. My one and only landmark. Giselle. I must get her back. She waited, enduring for hundreds. No. Almost 1,000 years. And now it's my turn to act. I have to hold that resolve. Hold it firm. So that I never forget her again. So I never lose myself again, even if I'm consumed by the darkness. You must never back down. Must never look away. You must never lose her.
Hey, Master?
Yeah, there you go.
Hello? Is anyone in there? Master? Oh, good. Welcome back. What's gotten into you?
Hold on a second. My mom handed me a chocolate bar like 10 minutes ago. Want a little bit of Hershey's?
Yo, your mom, babe.
Thought you would have fallen asleep with your eyes open.
I'm not accustomed to people needing my attention. Or, I suppose, talking face to face at all. This is my mansion? Giselle's right in front of me. Smiling like she always did. Smiling for me. You're not hurt. Giselle?
You have been alone for 10 years. But now I'm here with you. So what do you say we do a little practice conversation?
Practice conversation? What exactly do you think I am?
Yeah. No offense intended. I just thought it'd be nice if you had a more back and forth skills.
So in short, you're saying I'm such a poor conversationalist, I need training?
Hey, don't get so snippy. That's not what I meant. I'm saying we don't talk enough and I want to talk to you more. It's fun.
No. This is an old memory. From when Giselle first returned to the mansion. And we're just starting our new life together. When we were still feeling around in the dark. What exactly would you like to talk about then?
Each other, of course.
I have nothing to say.
No, let's not be so rash. It can be anything. Things you like, things you don't like. Start with something small, insignificant.
Does that serve any purpose?
It does, yes. The more you know about someone, the closer you feel to them, and the better friends you can become.
Is that how it works?
Now that that's out of the way, ask me something. Ask me anything and I'll gladly answer.
Her eyes light up like a child's. Is she really so eager to converse with me? I don't believe it.
What's the matter? I'm ready for anything.
Very well. I'll ask whatever comes to mind.
Go for it.
I will ask one of these 4 predetermined questions as soon as I finish off this chocolate bar, so Morgana and the other 8 voices in my head can go nuts for just like 2 seconds.
Priority.
Hey!
God, I want
The story behind the story. Aren't you guys excited?
I don't know what that means.
I think I have a clue. In the meantime, enjoy your chocolate.
Thank you.
Here's a behind-the-scenes look at the House of Fata Morgana.
I'm enjoying
This is how they made it.
Yeah. Man, I can't believe Morgana's like the one witch that like deserves to burn at the stake.
Morgana behind the blow.
What do you mean, Wokan? She's horrible!
Morgana's
I mean, you're not
actually
wrong,
just
but whoa!
Morgana's actually just pulling a prank. You will see the cameras right there.
She's just my little meow meow.
She's burnt out.
Sorry, they made you really little prank.
Sim gets it. We're just having a ball in this bitch.
She's a burn castle too. That's who she is.
I cannot not see that color scheme of like so
Man,
much pink
someone
and
who's not read Umaneka will not get that.
They're being
Yeah.
recorded.
It's
and-
fine. Just take it
It's a
down.
prank, bro.
Do
There's a
you see the
camera.
part?
There's a camera right there.
When we're gonna like hug Giselle, that's the part she's gonna point her face and point, and like there's a camera there, over there, and over there.
Exactly.
Listen,
They really already know.
listen,
We don't even need to read the rest.
Listen, you can't spell meow Ghana without a little bit of meow meow, if you know what I mean.
You can't spell the House of Fata Morgana without Morgana. So Morgana is the best character.
He's figured it out.
The color scheme of like that pink and blue will never not now remind me of stalking in Ibuki.
Can't spell Morgana without Ghana.
What
As if
pink?
Ghana push her down the stairs.
Okay.
Yeah, what pink are you talking about?
What?
What pink were you talking about?
Like it, whatever the like. I don't remember exactly what color Morgana was, but it's like that color scheme, or purplish. I forget what it was. It's like it for some reason. It just reminds me of those 2 characters.
I see. Okay, you ready?
I have consumed my ye old 10.99 chocolate.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I say that. No, I say that because it's we're in 10.99 right now because we're back.
No, I know.
Do you want some, Giselle? I'm sorry, wait, I already had it all. Oh, shit.
You can't hold my hand. You can't share your chocolate.
If
Jesus
it was,
Christ.
if it was
I'm
the old,
trying. I'm not
to
there
be fair,
yet.
it's kind of hard to hold his hand when she's being Gary's mod fizz gunned away from him.
It's like that one fucking
That's
flow
attitude.
perfect. It's like that one fucking flow perfect. I mean, where it just Morgana's just holding a fucking fizz gun and dragging Giselle away. All right. Okay.
Okay.
You haven't told me your age.
My age. Take a guess.
Oh, that's it.
I thought you said you would tell me anything. So I know the correct answer. So I want to hear your thoughts. How old do you think she is?
20.
2025.
20 to 25.
2018. Wow, you're exactly right. You're surprisingly astute, Master.
And what's surprising about that?
I didn't expect you to get it on your first try. Have you been secretly watching me? Oh, Master, you're making me blush. Why the silent death stare?
I'm struck with an overwhelming urge to hurl you out a window.
Oh, you're no fun. Okay, it's your turn now. How old are you, Master?
As I recall, I should be 27 this year.
Oh wow, you're much older than I expected.
What did you expect?
You are very mellow, like I would expect of an older man. But every once in a while, you give the impression of a teenage boy. For what it's worth, I mean that in a good way.
For what it's worth... Tell me about your family.
You want to know about my family? We're pretty normal, I think. Not much interesting about us. We had been able to get citizenship in the capital, but we weren't super rich or anything. In fact, it was because we were having money troubles that I ended up here. It's not easy for 3 women to make it on their own.
You didn't have a father or any brothers?
No, we lost my father to a plague when I was young. And since then, it's been me, my mother, and my older sister. But they're both bright, lively people. Our family motto is, a smile can make anything better.
Maybe that explains why she can still smile now. Even after nearly succumbing to despair.
I always kind of wanted some brothers, though.
Men are more suited to physical labor, yes.
Not quite what I was going for. I feel like, I don't know, the kinds of things you'd ask a brother and a sister for help with are different. I'm not sure how to explain it, but... a guy with broad shoulders and muscular arms is someone you can look up to, for instance. Someone who looks like they'd always keep you safe.
She's never been betrayed by family, it would seem. Can't even imagine family hurting her. She has no idea. those closest to you, those who are supposed to care about you more than anything, can be your greatest enemies. That blood is a bond heavier than any chain.
Master? I believe your brothers are still on your side.
It's been so long I don't even know if they are. I don't know whether what they think about me anymore.
I'm sure they're still your allies. You want to believe it too, don't you? You want to believe they're not your enemies. Let's believe in them together then. Anything you want to believe, you should. It's such a better way to look at the world than the other way around. You have to be positive, or one day you'll crack. Always remember to have faith so that doesn't happen.
I don't understand. She knows about emotions in a way I simply cannot be. She is the exact opposite of me in that regard. And yet she can still read me. I don't get it. How can she understand me like that? Like she can read my mind. If only. If only I could just tell her everything. Make it all another page in our mindless chatter. Get everything weighing down on me, off my chest.
Is something the matter?
You're cruel.
What?
I said you're cruel. I'm sorry, ignore me.
In preparation for the day when you can finally go back home, you're going to have to stop being such a picky eater.
Where did that come from?
Think about how terrible it would be if, when the day finally came, you went back sickly and weak and emaciated. You wouldn't be able to enjoy yourself. You're still alright, Master. You were doing okay. And so, let's try to keep up your health. Your health.
Nice picture.
I keep you up. I can't read. Sorry.
It's fine. You're doing alright. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Now keep going.
Everybody gets one, but you're doing great, B.
Tell me your preferences.
Wow, how very forward of you.
Huh?
My taste in men is the last thing I expected you to ask about, Master.
I don't recall specifying people.
Now, don't fret the details. It's only natural to be curious, so let's make it about that.
And that's the last thing I wanted to talk about.
Alright then. Tell me about your first crush, Master.
And I have to start? I never had one.
What? No, I'm not buying it. You were living at home until 10 years ago, weren't you? Surely there was someone who caught your eye.
There was not.
Without missing a beat. Oh, fine, then I'll go. My first crush was the son of a blacksmith. You missed the part where you're supposed to ask what kind of guy was he.
This is such a pain.
Since you asked, he was a huge, muscular fellow. He was so tall he would always hit his head on the doorway whenever he came to our shop to trade. Nice beefy guys really are great, huh? They make your heart get all fluttery and tight.
Are you trying to imply I don't have a chance?
Though I think that was more admiration than love. You know, the way a group of girls will get together and fawn over a popular, good-looking guy. It was like that.
So you're saying the buff bastard was popular?
Very much so. I wonder what love feels like. I never got the chance to find out before ending up like this. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to get all dark on you.
Say whatever's on your mind. I don't deserve your consideration. It was my family that put you through that, after all. Perhaps it is my reticence that caused her to watch her step around me. Damn. Come with something to say. When I was, 14...
Oh?
You asked about my first crush.
I knew you had one. So, tell me, what was she like?
She was the daughter of a noble family. Her name was Emi, and she was a year older than me.
Love between nobility. A world I can only imagine.
It, never went anywhere.
What? You didn't even try to woo her? You didn't shower her in presents? Were you, by chance, a late bloomer, Master?
She was my brother's fiancée.
Oh, I see. So it was a love that could never be realized. That's sad.
Not really. Besides, I don't feel anything for her anymore. And what I felt then was just impulses.
I guess that makes us both inexperienced.
I suppose it does.
Okay, I think that's enough of that.
So it is. Do you like being here?
Of course, I love it here. Being with you, being able to talk to you like this.
See, that I don't understand.
What? Why not?
I find it difficult to believe there exists any reason speaking with me would be anything but unpleasant.
You're so negative.
Oh, hush. Say that, for example, instead of me, there was someone not so pessimistic here. You'd rather be talking to them, wouldn't you?
I really do enjoy this. Truly. I will admit my time down in that village was, for the most part, delightful. But, how should I put this? I started realizing, yeah, I'm kind of forcing myself to fit that image. And I'm trying to convince myself that that's okay. But somehow, when I'm here, there is none of that. I wonder why that is.
I certainly wouldn't know.
I suppose you wouldn't. know. Maybe I think of you as a kid now.
Come again?
I love talking to kids. What? Hey, now, don't give me that look. What I'm trying to say is... You're very sincere, Master. You're not going to smile then stab me in the back when I turn the other way. I can relax around you, which is nice.
I see.
You just blushed, didn't you? You're blushing, you adorable little thing. It's alright, you're allowed to fall for me.
Is there any window in particular you'd like to be thrown out of?
No fun at all. See what I was saying, Master? With just a short conversation, I know you better than I did before. You me.
That's fine and well, but what do I do with that knowledge?
Huh? You don't do anything with it. It's fun learning things you didn't know before. That's all there is to it.
And what happens when there's nothing left to learn?
That's a day I don't think will ever come. People are always changing and growing, so there's no upper limit to what you can know about them. And there's always something new to discover. Maybe we'll be here for many more years. Or maybe you'll be able to go home sooner than you expected. But either way, I hope we can keep getting to know each other until then. And of course, if you're open to it, it doesn't have to end there. We can continue getting to know each other for years to come. Hey now, what are you looking away for?
What do you think? Because you keep throwing me off balance. A few months ago I was doing everything in my power to avoid her. Yet now that smile of hers seems oddly enchanting. I don't understand. I will do my best so that we can make this work.
I'm glad to hear it.
Giselle, I was too awkward back then to even compliment you on your smile. Put my feelings into words. I was too cynical to accept what you said at face value, which I know caused you plenty of grief. Not much better now than I was then. But I will tell you this. When I next see you, I want more than anything to let you know how much I adore your smile. How much I don't want to lose you, or it, ever again. I'll say this for the future recording. If you're wondering why I was silent for all of 30 seconds, If you're somebody who just listens to this like a audiobook, Khan vanished, and we don't know where she went. So, just rewind the last like 30 seconds and look at the screen for a little bit. Okay, cool. I'm gonna start narrating in the blood room now. My consciousness, wavering like a ship at sea, is slowly drawn back to the surface. With each new breath, feeling gradually returns to my fingers. I can hear the pattering of rain from somewhere, and the sound of crackling fire. Creak, creak, creak. It takes a moment for me to realize I am in the very same spot where I first awoke. I don't know how I got here, but I'm sitting in a rocking chair, hunched forward. My head feels like it's like someone filled it with rocks. I'm having difficulty focusing. My joints are creaking and I feel like I'm going to vomit. A suffocating odor hangs over the room. What is this? Giselle. Giselle! Everything comes back to me all at once. That's right. I watched Morgana kidnap her. I watched the witch drag her into the darkness, unable to reach her hand. Where are you, Morgana? I know you're there, cackling as you look down on me. Say something, witch! I will find you, and I will take her back. What on earth? There's a pool of liquid at my feet, rising just short of my ankles. It's sticky and uncomfortably warm. Every step I take makes splat, splat noises. This is blood. The mansion has taken on a very different face from when Giselle was leading me throughout its halls. Blood of unknown origin not only covers the floor, but also streams down the walls and drips from the ceiling. I'm speechless as I behold that dreadful scene. Every breath I take tastes and smells of rust. It's all so unreal. Beyond my comprehension. All I can do now is stare aghast, feeling like I might pass out. Giselle, are you seeing this? The same twisted nightmare as me. An image of her floating alone in the vast sea of blood flashes through my mind. That vision kicks me into motion. I promise, I will come for you. So please, just hang in there for a little longer. Began walking, or more accurately, dragging my heavy feet forward. Consistent splashing of blood against my ankles grates at my already taut nerves. Morgana told me to find my way to her, and I can think of only one place she would be. She and Giselle must be there. Stained glass window and splattered with blood too. Creates trails like streams of tears running down the Archangel's face. I gave the window a brief glance before making my way to the door leading to the observation tower. However, why won't it open? There shouldn't be a lock. So why? Lustrous black chains sealed the metal doors. I can recall no such obstruction present during either of my life or my time hereafter. What on earth is going on in this house? No, that's not important right now. What matters is making it through this door. Damn it! I pull and I push, but the chains won't give an inch. They feel straight enough that I probably couldn't cut through them either. There has to be some way. I consider giving up here and scouring the rest of the house. But I'm convinced this tower is my best chance. The fact that it's sealed now when it hadn't been before feels like a challenge more than a deterrent. I trace the length of a chain with my hand, and at the end of it I find a peculiar looking lock into which the ends of several chains have been fed. There are 3 keyholes. Morgana fashioned a custom lock just for this? I need to find 3 keys to open this door, then. I have no idea where to begin my search. I lived here for more than 10 years, and yet it feels like I've stepped into a strange land. No, it's not the same house. Searching blindly is only going to waste time. And the longer I take, the more danger she's in. I met someone before who had a key. Before I'd reclaimed myself. When I was exploring the mansion alone. Think, Michelle, who was it? The painting. Like everything else in the house, the painting is covered in blood. That it depicts a serene rural landscape only makes the contrast that much grimmer. I remember talking to this painting, something that I wasn't hallucinating. I have a question for you. Are you awake? Please, wake up! Ah. Can you hear my voice? Please say something. Ugh. You reside here in the house like the witch, don't you? You've been here with her all this time, haven't you? Then you must know how to get into the observation tower. But there are the 3 keys I need to open the door. I need to get into the tower. Please, tell me where I can find the keys. Say something, damn it! Answer my question!
Someone there.
What's the matter?
I feel kind of strange. Did the witch do the thing to me?
Please get a hold of yourself.
Everything's all red. I can't stand it. I don't remember using that color.
I reached my hand up to try and wipe as much of the blood off of the canvas as possible. But I can't even smear it with my sleeve, let alone get it off.
You're wasting your time. But it's the thought that counts. Anyway, you had a question for me. Go on, I'm listening.
I guess the painting isn't on the witch's side, then? The door to the observation tower has been locked. Need to gather 3 keys, I think. That's my assumption since the lock has 3 keyholes. Do you know of any such keys? And if so, could you tell me where they might be?
Keys? Keys.
Please stay with me. You're the only one that I can ask for help.
Keys. I'm guessing this is probably in some way connected to her past.
Her past?
You know the events the witch is always cursing about. What happened between her and those 3 men?
What happened between them? The keys are probably with the three of them. The three shadows. You must have seen them. Three men. Shadows. Find them. And you'll probably find the keys too. But watch yourself. They aren't likely to trust you easily. The depth of their sins grows greater the further you go. Visit them in order. In order. The first one probably won't be a problem. So, tell me something. What? You're Michelle, aren't you? What? I've wanted to apologize to you for so. Wait. What do you mean? Do you know me? Did you? What do you want to apologize for? Tell me, please! Could you be... But why? How? When everything else is finished, I'm going to need to visit the painting again. But now I have other things to do. The painting gave me a hint about where I could find the keys. Then anything about this past Morgana has with the three men. I never asked her about herself after all. So maybe I'm going to end up having to do more than simply taking Giselle back. Has our involvement with the witch caused us both to be swept up in her twisted maelstrom of fate? Regardless, need to get to work. The paintings are to visit them in order. Soon he's referring to the order I entered the three doors. You gotta work on your glitch talk, dude. At any rate, we're gonna go to the Rose Garden. I'll teach you to do glitch talk later, it's fine.
I thought it was just stuttering.
Yeah, there's a little bit there. Anyways. I made my way to the Rose Garden. I think that was kind of the impression I got. We're having sort of an off-screen conversation for the people at home right now. Don't worry. But like, I think that was the impression I got off of the text. It was like a bit of it was like forced stuttering and kind of like repeating words over and over again. So it's kind of like you have to kind of learn to like repeat, like start the sentence over again a little bit mid word, which is a bit difficult. But yeah, it's fine. The corridor leading there is a mess, and our wooden door is rotting away. I can smell the flower on the other side. Everything is different from when I was alive. From when Giselle planted and raised that single rose. The scene from the past spread out before me. The field of once proudly flourishing roses now withered and grey. Knowing how beautiful it had once been only makes it that much more dispiriting. A bitter breeze brushed past me. Solitude hangs over the garden like a thick fog, eating away at me. For the record, you did do pretty alright. Now you also have a thing coming up right now.
This isn't what I wanted. Someone get me out of here. Oh God.
Didn't mean to press that.
Tell me it's not all my fault.
The young man's shadow stands off to the side, muttering listlessly to himself. I recognize his voice. Do you have the key? The boy and I have never met, but I feel like I know him quite well. Like we have been acquainted for many years. I know how polite and mild-mannered he is. I know how kind and how vulnerable, how human his heart is. However, very little of that boy seems to remain.
This isn't what I wanted. Oh God.
Please answer me.
Someone get me out of here. Tell me it's not all my fault.
Answer me, Melrose. I know that's you.
Huh. Huh.
As soon as I say the shadow's name, it turns to face me. I still can't make out much detail. It seems slightly less tenuous now.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
My name is Michelle. I once lived here in this mansion.
Michelle? I know that name. I know it very well. Something's not right. You look different from the Michelle I remember.
I am not the Michelle you know. Our names simply sound the same.
Oh. That makes sense. She would never come see me.
I have a question for you. Do you have the key to the observation tower?
I do.
Would you please give it to me? I need to get into the tower.
And what do you need there?
There's someone there I need to find.
That's all.
It may not sound like much to you, but it means a great deal to me.
You're not one of her prisoners, then?
No. I came here of my own will. To find this...
To find this person?
Exactly.
And maybe you can help me.
Help you how?
Set me free. Convince her to release me from this place. I'm begging you.
The anguish emanating from the boy's shadow is so thick it causes me to recoil. There's a thread of dark desperation in his voice. Had he been imprisoned here for hundreds of years like Giselle?
Promise me you'll get me out of here.
Am I even equipped to judge whether that would be a good decision or not? All I know of him is that, in his time in the mansion during the era of roses, I know nothing else of his life. I don't even know if I would be capable of keeping such a promise. Do I have the strength to save anyone other than her?
Do you absolutely need the key? You won't agree to help me without it, will you?
What?
I, dropped it. Over there.
Huh? The boy is pointing to a thick bramble of roses. Despite the flowers themselves being wilted, the thorns are still sharp.
It was an accident, I swear. But I didn't want to scratch up my arm, so I left it in there. It's not my fault there are so many thorns.
I really want to hit this boy. Why couldn't you have just said so?
Because I thought, if I didn't have the key, that you wouldn't help me.
There's only so much I can do, regardless of whether you do have the key. I cannot promise you anything. nor can I be the judge of you.
I see.
Do not have enough information to make such a decision. Cheap promises and superficial kindness will only serve to destroy the both of us. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to retrieve the key.
What? You'll never get it out of those stones.
I don't care if it's at the bottom of the ocean, I will have that key.
You're wasting your time.
I approach the bramble, reaching out for it with my right hand. From behind me I can sense the boy watching. First I attempt to spread the tangled, thorn-ridden stems so I can put my arm in without injuring myself. But they seem to be made of iron rather than plant. And my efforts prove mostly fruitless. The only opening is barely large enough to fit an arm in, and resembles the toothy mouth of a beast. Looking around the garden, I can't find anything that looks remotely useful. I guess my only option is reaching in. It's not going to stop me. I leaned down, inserting my right arm into the thorny cavern. Immediately they began ripping at my sleeve and gashing at my flesh. Blood spills down my arm. I'm long since dead, no longer human, but the pain is still agonizing, still very much real. Giselle, she doesn't bleed, she doesn't feel pain. I'm not the same as her, then. Doesn't matter right now. Focus on getting the damn key! Streams of crimson spread throughout the steel-like tangle, gnawing at my arm like a ravenous animal. Where the hell is the key? The thorny stems are twisted and laid so thick I can't see inside at all. As I dig around blindly, I start losing feeling in my arm. It's an endless deluge of pain.
Hey, cut it out. You're going to lose your arm.
I will not stop until I have the key.
Don't ask me for help.
I wasn't even considering it. I collect the remains of my gradually fading sensation and focus it into my fingers, praying even one of them will brush against the key. Damn it! But as much as I search, as much as I dig, I find nothing so much as resembling a key, which means it must be deeper than I can reach my arm. Even so, I cannot give up.
Hey,
Please, be quiet right now. I need to focus.
I'm sorry. I do have the key, actually.
You what?
I am so sorry. It didn't look like you were willing to help me, even if I gave it to you, so... Well, she told me not to give it to anyone for any reason.
Hold still so I can beat you!
I didn't mean you any ill will!
You most certainly did!
I'll give you the key, so please have mercy.
Trembling in fear, the boy's shadow sticks out a hand, holding a key. I used to dig through the thorns, it's so bloodied and gashed I can barely look at it, but it does still function. And so I took the key from him with my right hand.
You use your other hand. That's gross!
That's the idea.
One moment. You're kind of a jerk, you know.
That's a
So
laugh
are you.
coming from you. Do you have any idea how much that hurt?
I know. I'm sorry, really. Hey, you're alive, so it's no big deal, right? But wait, can you actually say either of us are alive? I don't even know anymore.
I'm not going to debate the concept of mortality with you right now. I do appreciate you giving me the key, though. Things seem to be rather important to you.
Hey, is this person you want to get back really worth going through all of this?
She is. She's the one person who ever loved me. She's waiting for me.
I see. You know, I had someone that meant a lot to me, too. My sister.
Which one?
Which? The one with flaxen hair, like me. If you happen to see her, do something nice for her, please.
That, I would say, is your responsibility.
Yeah, you're right.
But I'll keep it in mind.
Thanks.
In the tale I witnessed, the boy pushed his sister away. For an understandable reason, admittedly. But now he seems to bear no grudge for her. Did something else happen between them? Even if it did, I don't have time to ask about it. I'll be on my way.
Alright, take care. There are 2 more keys. Watch out though. They're not the most friendly people. And they'll probably even be more enraged locked up like this.
I appreciate the warning.
If only someone like you had shown up sooner and taken the keys from us. Goodbye.
After bidding me farewell, the boy's phantom dissipates into the shadows of the rose garden. I wonder if he's gone back to the mindless mindlessly muttering his regrets. I should get going. Let's go to the cellar.
Sir, I think you just might have gotten your... Oh, never mind, it's fine.
I know where I'm going. Disembodied voice of Giselle. Now
Sorry,
then.
Master.
I descend the stairs, opening the cellar door. The first time I visited this room, the smell of blood from within was nearly suffocating. Now the entire house reeks of it. I've started to get numb to the odor. There's no one here. Am I in the wrong place? I began exploring the cellar, hoping to maybe find the key hidden away or abandoned somewhere. As I reach my hand out to investigate one area... A shadow leaps out of the thick darkness. It's so swift I have no time to react. My blood freezes in place. A shadow stands before me, holding the tip of a blade mere inches from my face.
A key. Oh. You have a key.
I do, yes. Cold sweat trickles down my back. My voice is shaking and there's no hiding it. The shade appears to be glaring at me, though I cannot make out its face. After a few seconds, it withdraws its blade.
Let me see it. The boy's key. Did he give it to you? In the rose...
In the rose garden, yes. Are you two acquaintances? How could that be, though? You're from a completely different era. And a country. And country.
Who are you?
I'm...
No, never mind. Who you are is irrelevant to me.
Are you human now?
If you're speaking of my nature, then no is the only answer I can give you.
You didn't kill me, though. If you wanted to, you could easily skewer me where I stand.
If that's what you want, I'd be happy to oblige. What did you come here for?
For your key. I came to ask if you would give it to me.
You mean to open that door?
I need to get into the tower, yes.
I see. Take it.
The man's shadow tossed the key at my feet. I'm not quite sure what to think. I expect him to give it up so readily.
What? Take it. I won't stab you in the back while you're bending over.
I thought you were supposed to hold on to this at all costs.
I no longer have any reason to guard that key. In the past, I might have severed your head from your shoulders the moment you mentioned it, though.
What point in the past?
That's a question. I wish I knew the answer, too. Hey, do you know why I'm here? Where this place is? When it is? Why I can't get out of here? What's happened to me? Tell me! I have no idea what's going on! Not a single goddamned idea!
Neither do I.
Get out! Take the key and get out of here!
Okay.
Get out!
I can't bring myself to say anything to this enraged shadow, so I follow his command, picking up the key and departing the cellar. Thought I was dead for a second. That makes two, though. What could have happened between these people? The painting mentioned a past with them, and Morgana spoke of the wicked men she cursed. Does that mean they did something awful enough to earn Morgana's spite? Right now, though, I must push onward. If I'm not mistaken, the final key should be in that room. The room with the billiards table? What is billiards, anyway? I should get moving. Once I have this key, I can get into the observation tower. I'm almost certain Morgana is waiting for me there. With Giselle. So I gather up my resolve and hurry to the last room, not wanting to take even a second longer than necessary getting her back. I can hardly believe my eyes when I step into the den. In the middle of the room is a large rectangular table. Several balls roll across its surface, and perched on one corner, looking down at the floor, is her. Giselle. Giselle! The question of why she is here never crossed my mind. All I feel is elation to see her once more. There's no room for anything else in my head. I run over to her, put my hand on her shoulder. Thank goodness you're all right. And turn her toward me. Giselle. Giselle! Shake her, causing her head to droop lifelessly. There's not a trace of light in her unmoving eyes. Why? Giselle, why? Say something, Giselle! Say anything, please! This can't be! You can't be. You can't be! My mind goes blank. I can't catch my breath. The world is hazy. Why is Giselle? Why did I have to find her like this? Why? I swore I would do anything. I swore I would never lose you again. No. This can't be. A thought crawls my dazed, despair-wrought mind. It's probably nothing more than vain hope, but... And a drop of blood spilled from my breast. That's right. She doesn't bleed. So this can't be her. This isn't her. Or maybe Morgana has the power to alter Giselle's very nature. Kill her with the flick of a wrist. No. I don't even want to think about it. There's no hope to be found down that path. All I can do is pray. Beg for her to still be alive. Or if alive isn't the right word, herself. My prayers bring me back to reality. Which is when I realize... There's something hard pressing against the back of my head. I hear a harsh metallic clink. What? A piercing bang rips through the air as I drop to the hard floor. My ears are ringing painfully. Through the cloud of smoke and confusion, I see a man's silhouette.
Missed.
It takes several moments for me to recognize the object in his hand as a gun. Not only because it's draped in shadow, but because I've never seen one with my own eyes. Had I not witnessed what they were capable of through the stories, I would not have understood how terrifying they were.
Not a problem, though. I'll finish you with the next one. Now you hold still, boy. Start running around like a rat, and I can't guarantee you a painless death.
Wait, hold on a second. What are you trying to kill me for?
Because you make too much goddamn noise, that's why.
Don't tell me. You're the one who...
What?
I turn my gaze towards the large table. Giselle isn't there. It must have been an illusion after all. The realization sends a wave of relief through me. I still have a gun in my face, though.
Curious man you are. Does the table warrant your attention more than me?
I have a request. Could you give me the key in your possession? That's all I need. And then I'll leave and stop making a racket.
I'm not sure you understand your predicament, boy. Because if you think you're in any position to be asking favors, you're dumber than you look. Ha! First off, I don't even know what key you're talking about.
I don't believe that. The other two had keys.
You telling me they gave you their keys?
I think they really do know each other. Speak for yourself? I believe you should recognize these.
Are you collecting them to enter the tower? Are you going to see Morgana?
Seems to be a hint of tension in the man's voice. Though I can't see his face, I can sense the waves forming within him. I brace myself for either rejection or hot lead. But the apparition gives me neither.
Take me with you.
What?
You have the other two keys, don't you? Then you can open the door. Bring me to the witch.
Wait. Slow down. What are you planning to do when you see her?
What do you think? She has to... She has to...
He's gone. She has to... what? What was he trying to say? On the floor where the shade stood is a new key. Curious though I am about his last words. This makes 3. I have all the keys now. Are you trying to rile me up, Morgana? Are you enjoying yourself up there? Showing me these phantoms and watching me squirm? Just you wait. I'm on my way. I gave the room a brief once-over before making my way back to the chapel. The keys fit perfectly into the opening on the lock. And when I insert the last one, it clicks open, the chain sealing the door falling to the floor. They're waiting beyond this door at the top of the stairs. I start pondering what I can even do in a face-off against Morgana, which sends a nervous shudder down my spine. I'm not going to back down, regardless, but she is a witch, and I'm a mere human. Formerly human. I'm not a master swordsman, nor do I wield a gun. I've nothing at all with which to fight her. Still have to confront the witch, though, no matter what. As laughably reckless and as foolish as I may be, I have no other option. I place my hand on the door, preparing to climb the tower where I once spent my last breath. It is locked safely away in the chamber at the top. The tower where I first met the witch. No hesitation. The sound of blood streaming down the stairs echoed off the stone walls. Although I have begun growing numb to the house's otherworldly ornamentation, the sight of seemingly endless rivers of blood flowing down the spiral staircase sends a chill through me. Every step that I take makes a splat-splat noise. When I reach a window, I look out to see a churning reddish-black fog.
Now this brings me back. You climbing these stairs all alone, just like old times.
Morgana.
I waited so long for someone like you to show up. Someone with enough despair to resurrect me.
Give her back.
But now, I don't see it in you. I don't feel one bit of that intense hopelessness anymore.
Give her back.
In here I had thought we were cut from the same cloth.
Morgana!
Yes, I'll give her back. If you can make it to me without losing yourself.
I will not give up. Doesn't matter what you do. Looking up, I can't see how far the stairs extend. It's just a gaping blackness, so now I have no way of knowing for sure whether I'm getting any closer. Around and around, around and around, around and around. Beneath me, the blood river traces the same path in reverse. I start to wonder if the staircase even does end. If I'm not just eternally retracing my own steps. But I continue climbing regardless. It's all I can do. Put one foot in front of the other and hope I make it to the top. Morgana. What is this place? What did you do to it?
What is it? Why, it's the mansion you lived in for a decade, of course.
You look at this and tell me it's the same house. What's the blood everywhere? And the 3 shadows?
Now, my dear, no need to raise your voice. And you're being impolite. One question at a time.
Answer me!
What is this place? That's immaterial. Even if I were to give you an answer you found satisfying, what would that knowledge do for you? Your objective is to reach the top of these stairs and rescue Giselle. Nothing more, nothing less. Isn't that right? Or, by chance, have you taken an interest in me? Despite never once asking me about myself before.
My gut tells me that without knowing what this place is, without even the briefest glimpse at its nature, I won't be able to safely get her back. Without knowing what I'm up against, I don't stand a chance. Please, tell me about this mansion, Morgana. About yourself. What are you, Morgana?
A witch.
No, that's not what I'm asking. Why do you have the powers you do? What are you?
Yes, I get it. Humans feel the need to attach names to things and phenomena they don't understand. I understand that feeling very well. Which is why I'm sure you'll be rather disappointed when I reveal the truth.
What do you mean?
What I mean is, I'm an ordinary human.
That's not possible. You expect me to believe a human created this illusion?
Then are you saying I'm a magician or a wizard like you might see in a fairy tale?
I would believe that over you being human.
Think back then, would you? Recall our time together? Did I ever once use magic? Did I control fire or wind? Did I create illusions? No, I did none of that. Because I could not. To you, when you were alive, I suppose you could say I was naught but a simple ghost. A rather mischievous, but otherwise powerless spirit. And I was nothing more to those three men either. The witch Morgana was never anything but a wretched phantom haunting this old house.
But then how do you explain this?
Michelle, my dear, we're not the same beings we once were. We're different than we were in the realm of light, the era of the living. You figured that much out, though, haven't you? That you're already dead.
Yes, I know. I couldn't possibly be alive.
Yet still you view this world through the lens of the living. You make no effort to see it as the land of the dead. Tell me, why would you think that the realm of the living and the dead are the same?
The words behind each door were the world behind each door was so vibrant. The mansion itself never had any color. They were the memories of the past, of the land of the living, of times forever lost to us.
Our lives have already come to an end, my dear. Every last soul within these walls is dead. This is the world that lies beyond the end. It is my world. This is the afterlife. Why get caught up in the minutiae? None of us has a future, so what reason is for there due to desire? We're obsessively obsessed over taking Giselle back. Just like you. She's long since dead. She's a walking corpse.
It's nothing I didn't already know, but hearing her say it, it's like a kick to the gut. Dead or alive, she still lives on within this house. And my spirit found its way back, too. Why then should I not fear? Why then should I not wish for her to have a future? No matter what form it may take. No matter if my choices erase her from this world entirely, having seen what lies beyond the door in her heart. What happened in all those hundreds of years? I could never let her remain here with you. Trapped in this world bereft of light. Drifting aimlessly for all eternity.
So determined you feel the need to raise your voice. Tut tut. But you're not going to budge on that point, I see.
I ask you this again, Morgana. Please, tell me about yourself. How did you become a witch? How do you end up attached to this house? I want to hear your story.
You honestly want to know about me?
I do now, yes.
But not for me. For her. Right? Don't be shy now. It's the truth, isn't it? Besides, if you did say it was for me, not for her, I might die of laughter. As you wish. You have seen many tales of people's lives since arriving here, and now you shall see mine. Though, I ask you this. Will you writhe in despair with me? Will you endure maddening agony for me? Will you know pain enough to make you howl? Will you face despair? Again, and again, and again.
As I said before, if that is what you want from me.
Let me tell you something, though, my dear. It will not be as easy to watch as you imagine. Now that you've reclaimed yourself, you will be able to feel all my pain as if it were your own, to resonate with it.
Resonate with it?
You no longer have your little guardian with you either.
My guardian. He was always protecting me.
You'll have a wonderful time, I'm sure. It's a tale that could only have taken place in that era of miracles and spirituality. Wondrous and weird, senseless and stupid. Hopelessly tragic. Will you watch it with me?
As soon as the final word leaves her mouth, I'm engulfed in darkness. Not even given a moment to brace myself. The tower stairs crumble beneath me. My feet have nowhere to go. As I'm being battered by the roaring blood river, my consciousness melds with another. And I'm afraid that this bit is where we're going to be having our end for the night.
Ah, boo!
I will say it's pretty sick that there's a cross with a skull. It also seems to have a face on it.
That's not a skull.
That is absolutely.
That's not a skull, friend.
That's not a skull?
That is not a skull.
No, that was a
That's
saint
the
on a
Virgin
cross.
Mary, I believe.
No, I'm talking about what that the cross is in. It looks like there's a skull it's in, isn't there?
Oh,
That's not a skull.
I need to see the image. Is it possible to actually show the?
Hold on a second.
Is that
That's the Virgin Mary.
No,
wait.
I'm talking about under it.
Oh, fuck.
That's the Virgin Mary's body.
Ignore this bit. No, like, there's a way to make it so it doesn't show the text. No, not that one.
Is it? Oh wait, no, the sun switch.
There we go. Here we are.
Is that not
No,
a soul?
that's just
Yeah,
that's
that's
just
a
the wrestling
body.
body. Yeah.
That's just like
That's
the
the body of the
robes.
Virgin Mary.
Or a baby Jesus.
Okay, well,
Damn, she was caked up. She's so fucking beef.
Oh
Damn.
my god. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
Wendy, why are
Those
you
muscles.
for Maria?
Really quick, Orange, how'd it feel to actually be the main character?
Yeah, it's great.
Feels good, don't it?
Took a real long time to get there, but we're finally back.
You don't have much
That
experience
line
with
right
it, do
there
ya?
scares me.
I know. It's right. Look, I'm still new to the main character thing. I'm sorry.
He's having withdrawals. Alright, let's get into it. Mr. AC. Denton, maybe, if he's back.
Oh, here's the thing. I kind of forgot about that, so I've never left the whole time.
Oh wow, okay. Well, what are your thoughts?
A lot happened. Interested to see the witch's origin story. Can't wait to pull the classic quote, cool motive, still murder. But yeah, a lot happened. I got to voice my guy again. It's been a minute, so apologies if I was rather rusty at it. But
how did it say that his name was labeled whenever his scene came up? Did it label him as Yakimasa or Beastia? Or did
it's
it
a
even give him
man.
a name?
It just named a man.
Oh, alright.
And because it was in the cellar where the bestia Dot was like stabbed to death in, or like where his tail ended, I and everyone else here who already knows kind of just like, yeah, that's him. And one thing I will point out is you can definitely like tell that this is like the end of that you're seeing these characters at the end of their journey. Like Mel's like in the middle of like panicking because it was like from the like even after hundreds of years he's still like horribly like shocked from like the revelation at the end of his door. And Bestia is kind of like apathetic and is just kind of given up. Because like at the end of his door, like, well, the person he cared for most is dead, and he didn't really have a reason to like go on anymore, according to him. And you can definitely tell that he just wants to be left alone with his thoughts and does not care about anything. Jacobo is still Jacobo. He's still yeah. He likes shooting his gun at people. I will say that. Morgana seems evil, and I'm interested to see how and why Morgana is just as evil as they are.
I'm sure they'll give you a tragic
Yeah.
backstory that will make you very sympathetic.
I'll be sad, but I'll be like, that was still kind of fucked though. You see, I'm a hater. No. But that aside, overall, wild ride. Interested to see where it goes.
Alright, good thoughts, Mr. Noir?
I'm almost starting to get impatient with all the shit that Morgana is pulling, because it's getting to the point where it makes me feel like, is anything in her backstory going to be able to sum all this up and deal hard enough to make up for this, for it to be like, when this shit happened with Beatrice, they like stretched that out over a long while to really establish that. Like, I don't know how heavy or how light this is gonna be, but it's not gonna be good, and I'm not sure it's gonna make me not hate Morgana anymore.
It could make you hate her even more. It could make you hate her even less. It all depends, man.
I'm probably not going to stop hating at any recent point, but I will openly say the one thing I do want to do is understand. And god damn it if we're getting there now.
Well, that's the most important part of this, is the
Certainly.
understanding. Yes. Alright, do you got anything else?
I just don't know how any of this works, or what her goals are, what she actually wants.
We're about to learn exactly that, I believe.
And by about, I mean quite some time.
Well,
It's
Next
relative-
Friday.
Mhm.
This is longer than I realized.
Longer than you realize. Shorter
No, but
than
I feel like
shorter
we're
than
getting
Uneko.
we're getting to the end of the, I guess, first arc.
And then it'll say chapter 2.
There's not. I mean, there is
Easy mode unlocked.
Turns out it's
actually, but I do believe we're reaching the end of this story.
We'll tell you for
Turns
free
out
that we are over the hump of this story, as per the late title card drop would indicate.
Man, we're just gonna be finished. It's gonna be like, now for Fata Morgana Rupee, baby.
Now for the second rising action.
I mean, I told you there's gonna be stuff we read after the main Fata Morgana, so like y'all better buckle in. But like this, we're over the main hump.
In like 3 sessions, gonna go about Fata Morgana, Chapter 1.
Listen, I lied to you once. I won't do it again.
I doubt that
Is that a lie?
Thing we're gonna get is after we learn about Morgana's tragic backstory, it's gonna be because her house is cursed, and then the house is gonna get a flashback, and then we're gonna open the 11th door and learn the house's backstory.
And then it's just gonna be the movie Monster House.
No, then it just no.
Oh my god.
Then it just turns into anatomy.
I have a
It's
feeling
inner space all over again.
a horrible flesh monster comes out, and then I get right before it's about to land the final blow, it's like, I have not always been this way. And you
Jesus
open
Christ.
the flesh monster's door.
Okay,
Okay,
Noir,
let's
did
go
you
back
have
to track.
anything else?
Don't think I can think of anything else right now.
Alright, Bone Man.
So, I saw something, I think it was Sim that said this, of what if Morgana is white-haired girl, which I find is a very interesting thought. It would also give her a reason to have a vendetta against some of these people, maybe? If she grew spiteful enough? I don't know if this is the case, but it's an interesting thought. Morgana sucks. Many people in this visual novel sucks. Morgana very much sucks. I'm very interested in how they are going to try to make her unsuck, if they do. I feel like there was something else. I'm gonna quickly skim through notes. I'm almost positive I had something else. Oh yeah, are they just ghosts? Is that the mystery? Oh, you're actually just ghosts. I'm not doing shit. You're just in purgatory.
Do you want me to just like level with you really quickly? It's not.
Wait,
that
is there-
No, you shut up. You shut up. Say nothing. We will let the
Okay.
story tell itself.
Alright.
They
Alright.
said they were dead.
No hints.
Oh, okay, no, I'm.
It should
No
be kind of
mystery.
obvious at this point, though.
It's
There's-
really obvious.
It doesn't mean there isn't a possibility for a twist.
Wait,
They okay. So yes, alright. They are dead. The text has confirmed multiple times they are dead. When we say that there is a mystery to the story, we just mean like things that are going on within the story, not necessarily like the supernatural elements. Just the story within
there
it.
is-
Are they trapped souls?
Oh,
Like, what's the level
Yeah,
of...
the other thing I'd reason is like, yeah, even if they're all dead, that doesn't mean they can't be happy still. And, I mean, Mel, Jacopo, and Bestia probably are not capable of it because they're all horrible people that don't have anything worth living for.
But the idea, whenever I said, are they just ghosts, it's like, are they ghosts by a third party? Like, their souls got trapped? Because Morgana's saying, I actually didn't do shit. Okay, is that true? Are they just ghosts because of the nature of how the world works?
I'm just
or
gonna,
is it
I'm
by
just
a
gonna
third
say,
party?
I'm not going to elaborate or explain or anything. I'm just saying, I think you might be overthinking things just a smidgen.
Well, that's part of the fun!
What if they all have syphilis?
Yeah, what if it's just syphilis?
You know
What
what?
if the
I'm more
ghosts have
willing
syphilis?
to accept the syphilis ghost ending, honestly.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
No.
Let's
okay.
let's
back on
stop talking
back on
about
focus.
syphilis. Let's stop talking about syphilis ghosts. Bone, do you have anything else that you want to add?
No, I'm not gonna get syphilis from the ghost. I'm not a ghost fucker. Next person goes.
All right, Joshy.
All right, Mr. Rhodes, what's up with you?
Ha! That's like my third time trying to exhale. Fucking Christ. Yeah, I guess they're dead. That being stated, I find it real. It's something has to be drastic in order to really, like, I won't say like justify it, but not make Morgana sound like the biggest fucking asshole, right? Like it's like it has to be like the worst ever, right? For like Morgana to really want to fucking torment these guys, right? Well, at least for me to like feel sympathetic for Morgana, if it's like, what is it like? It's just like I feel like there's, I don't know, Morgana, like it has to be real bad for me to be like, okay, you know what, I can at least not blame you for doing that, right? Like I can get like, oh, if they were just killed, like I'm still going to be like, that's like a lot though. Also, additionally, it feels like they're gonna set up. It's like Mel and like the others are reincarnated like people of who fucked over Morgana, and I go like, is that really fair to bear the burden on them though?
Yeah, but she's really angry.
I suppose. Additionally, boy, Giselle still can't fucking catch a break. Gets reunited, gets taken away almost instantly when she remembers. Jesus. She just wants to be with her fucking... wants to be with the man she's happy with, and she can't fucking do that. Even in death. It fucking sucks.
I love endless tragedy. It's so great.
That's all I have to say. I want to go over Mel. Mel was being a... well, he wasn't being a little bit. He was being a bitch. But, like, I kind of get where he's coming from. He's not exactly had a nice time either at this current juncture.
What part of him having a bad time makes it okay to shove someone's arm in a thorn bush?
I mean, okay, look. I'm not, like, justifying it. I can understand it because, like, he's been in there for 100 years. You're probably going to be less of a good person.
Over 100 years, I'm pretty sure.
Slapped his sister.
Killer.
Wait, were you gonna say diddle?
To him.
Did I just hear you like stop
Okay,
yourself from
Orange,
saying
like,
diddle?
to me, that's not, like, the worst thing ever because, like, I got in whatever. It's like, that's, like, sibling disagreements.
I'm just saying, I know this sounds like I'm... Not right now, Sans Undertale, please! I'll brush my teeth later. I'm not,
Wait,
it sounds like I'm
what?
throwing you under the bus a
right,
little
yeah,
bit,
that's all.
but, Mel's always been a little bit of a bitch.
Being a bitch is not a sin.
Granted,
True,
I was like...
True. Wait, okay, hold on a second. I have some words for you about that because of fucking D&D.
I was kind of passing out during that part from the caffeine.
We'll handle the
I'm
D&D
just saying, be consistent in your
situation later.
logic.
That being stated, I get it, but, like, still, he acted like a bit of a bitch. I didn't know how the fuck to voice the painting in that scenario, I will say.
Oh, no,
It's okay.
So
You're doing
if
your
it did
best.
that, would have that.
Okay.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, no, you did the best with what you could. If you want, but yeah, no, it was fine. You did good. Don't worry, you're good. You're good.
That being
You did
stated,
cool, man.
I did. I wonder what the painting's character is, because I don't feel like a character that essentially... I'm not saying he's gonna have a big role. I'm saying, like, I'm feeling like we're gonna get a name drop of who he is. At least, like, some information. It's not gonna be like, oh my goodness. It's like, oh, okay. Just, like, something about them.
That's right, it's me, Morgana, your closest friend and ally, man in the painting.
Oh my god, alright, settle down.
I'm stuck here with the man in the painting.
Anything else, Joshy?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have much.
Gotcha.
Okay, Roboot, you got anything? Roboot, are you playing Final Fantasy XIV in my fucking classroom?
I believe Roboot is absolutely playing Final Fantasy XIV right now.
Son of a bitch, you'll be
are you in
scolded
the
later.
bathroom?
Moving on, Kaneko.
Dude on blast.
Eh. So, basically, sorry about that. I'm officially loving Morgana's character and everything. It's implied beforehand that she does this out of spite, and that she just continues to gaslight and gatekeep. Hey, girl
boss? There you go.
Just need to see girls
Not only just
swinging.
to go
Everyone
ahead and keep
here.
not only just to go ahead and keep her plans going, but to keep everyone in the same regular wheelhouse that she needs them in. And just whenever people do figure out her intentions, or at least something resembling them, she just pulls the proverbial or ethereal rug out from underneath them and just brings them back into a state of despair. It's actually pretty interesting. She reminds me a lot of Terumi Yuki. If anyone remembers that.
I've never
Anyone
even
who's-
heard of it once.
I have played Mr. Blaze Blue, yes.
Okay, oh, it's a Blaze Blue.
It's
Yeah.
if you don't know what he looks like, it's Green Ichimaru. Anyway.
Yeah, the gif is in the chat.
He's literally the Joker.
Yes and no. They have complex motives, but at the same time, they can or cannot be the prime instigation and or main examples of evil. I really am interested to see Morgana's backstory and see what exactly happened with all of this to cause everything. Sort of like that ignition point.
Yeah, okay.
I will also say, what does the guy in the painting have to apologize to Mel for? At this point, even Mel doesn't even remember, and we haven't even seen the man in the painting. So, who is he to Mel, and why does he need to apologize? Is he his dad? Is he his brother? Who is he?
Wait, I might have something to add to this.
Oh.
Go for
Wasn't
it.
there like a thing at the very beginning of Door 1 where like he had to get like a painting for someone that he knew?
There was a painting in door 1. There was the painting, there was the painting by the painter that Nelly thought was a depiction of her and Mel, but was actually a depiction of the white-haired girl and Mel. I think.
Neither way, it's an interesting drop of mystery to this. I will also go ahead and agree with Noir and with other things that everyone else has said. Just that these spirits are still here, and after hundreds of years, they are still where they were once their tales had ended. Mel is still emotionally a wreck because he can't physically or mentally or spiritually even move on from the revelation that he almost fucked his sister. Yukimasa is officially just apathetic about everything after having been defeated and seeing the one person he did care about after his massive transformation be destroyed. And Jacopo is honestly an enigma. This is going to be a strange one, but even in his story, he was left after 40 plus years later just waiting for Giselle, the white-haired girl, to come back to him. Maybe he doesn't have as much of animosity towards the witch as much as he views her like the white-haired girl.
Oh yeah, I actually forgot to bring that up. Something else I kind of thought, if you don't mind me cutting in here, is that might have been the reason why he wanted to see Morgana, but to go with the idea of that she might be the white-haired girl.
It also seems like Jacopo is a lot different compared to how he was at the beginning of his story compared to where he is now. Maybe the 40 plus years of having to wait have mellowed him out some to the point where he actually understands some of his torture and how it was necessary.
How was he different?
A little less violent.
He shot at Michelle and was holding a gun to his head almost the entire time.
That could still be reflex.
He was actively threatening him.
That is true, but remember, these men are all dead. So what would be the point to trying to fire a live or any kind of weapon at someone who's already dead?
I mean,
the gun is also a dead gun. That should.
Also, like, the reasoning he gave was.
Are you implying that he tried to shoot him with a ghost gun?
I guess well.
I mean, he's a ghost and he's holding the gun. I think.
The only thing I can say about that is like you had Mel who had Michelle put their hand in the bramble bush, and then also like
because it was a ghost
bramble
bush.
Charged at him.
The intent seemed to be to do harm.
I cut my arm with a
his
ghost
gun.
of a bramble bush. Ouch.
They use weapons. Jacopo has his ghost gun, Kimasa has his ghost sword, and Mel has his ghost bramblebush.
Ah, yes, the steel bramblebush weapon.
It's a dead bramblebush.
It's a very situational weapon.
Effective.
Anyway,
The last thing I wanted to note was how interesting it feels for each of them to be in these places now, but also just how they're connected. Mel is still connected to the Rose Garden of all places. Yukimasa's connected to the basement. Jacopo is still connected to the den, and Morgana is connected with the tower itself, implying that these three men had either means of pleasure, love, or hatred for her. And yet she was treated as some sort of prisoner if she was in the tower and associated with it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And that's all I've got.
Alrighty then. Sim, do you want to slide in?
Hey, Rindy.
Oh right,
Yeah,
holy,
Rindy.
holy shit!
Hello.
Why did I phase Rindy out of my mind for a minute? I'm sorry. Rindy, please go.
Wow.
I'm begging you.
Take it away, Rindy.
Rachel, seriously? Later? Later? How?
You know what? Later, after so many years.
Wait,
It's been like it's been like what? It's been millennia possibly, and now you want to wait until later to kiss her? You fucking.
Well, yeah, we did our
He's just a little shy. There's nothing wrong with that.
I think he's still hiding something, probably.
Oh yeah, for sure. They keep fucking. God, this was my main point. They're fucking dangling this fucking shit. They keep. This one, it probably won't even be part of Morgana's backstory. It'll probably be afterwards because like now she went like. He was like, give me Giselle back. She's like, why should I give back something you threw away again and again and again? Like, just say the thing. God. He's the white-haired girl or whatever. Just say the thing.
If you will allow me to make a dumb comparison, it's like that one Geico commercial where the man has the dollar bill and the fishing hook and you're just dangling in front of your face. You've got to be quicker than that.
Lost on me because it was not aired here. Anyway.
Damn it!
What else was wrong? I'm so happy they confirmed and made it super clear that they're just straight up ghosts, and that's it, and there's no more to it, and it's simple and clear, and there's no more twist or anything to it. That's it.
Yeah, that's your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mostly the
so
tangling thing. I get it. I think I get it. Like, she's the white-haired girl, and every time they met, and nothing happened, and they abandoned again and again. But just say the fucking thing. Oh my fucking god.
Oh. She's a witch. She's evil. She's tricky.
How else would she gaslight?
Straightforward.
Alright.
I don't really have a whole lot to add.
Gas keep, girl boss, gate light.
Other than, yeah, I'm not sure Morgana has any good reason to justify the continued torment of this poor couple.
Morgana's she's just got some stuff going on, you know?
It's a prank, bro, just like the bramble bush. Anyway,
She found out they like pineapple on pizza.
Alright,
Jesus.
do you have anything else for
Crimson?
Oh wait,
Oh,
oh god. I'm just like I told you
Okay.
Yeah,
I
he's
told you in
completely
reactions,
gone
I'm like
off
phasing out of reality right now.
I mean, I do kinda, but not that big. I think Sim should keep going.
Alright, sorry. Anything else, Sim?
Not really, no.
Alright, Crimson, go.
Well, I was right about the mansion being a purgatory for the souls that got damned here because of the quote-unquote witch, even though it might be just more of a spiritual manifestation of, this one person's anger, spite, and everything else. Then also it kind of makes sense that all those three guys probably got reincarnated and she was just waiting for those souls just to appear and then laid that trap like a spider for those souls to come in and then use Michelle as like a decoy to basically to fuck over those guys emotionally. That kind of actually makes sense in the whole concept of her plan just to screw over those three guys.
Whoa.
Think about it.
Using
Loving-
Michelle as bait?
Yeah. Think about it. it's basically a perfect lore. Have these three guys who probably either love or indifferently love to this one person, and then do some type of tragic of fate just to screw them over, and then curse them to basically be wallowing in their own misery. And she did never even technically caused it. That's how evil her city's plan was. That she never did anything. She just let it happen.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's insidious because she never technically did anything. She just let human nature happen. Otherwise, yeah, every other opinion's been said I kind of agree with. It's kind of interesting how the story is basically the central concept of we're all dead, but why are we dead? And this is how. That's pretty much what I got from myself.
All right. Well.
Any other?
Okay, I'm sorry. Crimson, your
Mhm.
revelation just hit me like a fuck ton of bricks. Jesus
Oh?
Christ.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, that
Uh-huh.
makes sense when you think about it. And also,
It does make sense.
and also kind of screws over the maid because or Giselle because of that exact reason. It's kind of like a twofer.
Yeah?
These have,
No, it's
I'm
just,
just having a good
it's the shit
time.
that Zez keeps fucking replying with.
It's so funny. Okay. It's been great. This has been great. Y'all have had some wonderful thoughts. I'm gonna go contemplate on them in the shadow government. We will see you guys next Friday.
That AC guy's on to something. The fact that he was able to go.
Join
How
us.
much pain and misery?
Join us tomorrow for when we're gonna play more of 428.
428.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't say this live, but I'm not doing Man of Medan anymore. That shit kind of sucked ass. All right. That bitch uninstalled already gone off my hard drive.
I ran out of jokes besides Conrad should die.
I guess I missed nothing then.
I came in at about 10 p.m. for that, and I could tell you guys were 110%.
See, I made the right decision. You know what I would like you to retract the statement that I'm a traitor because obviously I made the right decision to go skating.
You left me there to die.
I am not a coward. I simply made a smart decision.
What, like Brad?
Congratulations!
I wish I made that
Congratulations,
decision.
Rindy. You
You
also
hesitated.
upgraded to traitor. Then good job.
I wish I betrayed.
what are you?
I wish.
No wonder we lost a fucking follower. That stream was trash. Holy shit.
I am so glad my instincts are like, you know what? I'm not really feeling it. No, I just kind of want to be left alone and do my thing.
As we closed it out, we just started talking about horror movies that were coming up in the year.
So the first part of that stream was kind of a banger because of how stupid it was.
Oh yeah.
And then it all went downhill as soon as the pirates came in because we didn't know what else to commentate on.
No,
Yeah,
it's
I
modern
came in-
pirates. Modern pirates.
I came in after the pirates came in, so everything after that, I was just dealing with a bunch of broken souls, and just trying to play a video game.
It was the equivalent of the mansion.
Oh, I love this clinical. Hey, I love this fucking thing you made of Michelle browsing 1099 Twitter. That's great. I love it.
Beautiful. You love to see it.
A+.
All right.
Alright, close out before I pass out from caffeine loss.
Alright. You should go to sleep now.
No, it's Labor Day tomorrow, so I don't have work tomorrow.
Good night.
Yeah, but you can think about it. You can go to bed early and you can enjoy more of the day tomorrow.
no.
You know?
Labor
You can enjoy
Day.
more not laboring.
All right, now we're ending it now.